Hi, I'm just entering live just to test the
Hi, I'm
system.
just entering live
Just to test the
Hi, I'm
system.
just entering live
Just to test the Welcome. When you enter the room, I just want to welcome you. Just decided to come in a bit earlier to see how I look and sound. And you could leave me a comment and let me know who you are, who has just entered. Can hear me well? Give me a thumbs up as well, so I know you're here. You're just right. I'm here. 1 minute to live. You can hear me well. Could you just give me a thumbs up or just type in I'm here? Let's wait a little while. At 9:30 sharp, we'll start our live casting. Okay, 1 minute coming. We are going to go live as soon as now. Thank you for your patience. I see 8 people in the room. Now we are going live. Welcome back. This is Patricia Zoe. Good to see everyone back tonight. And I'm so glad to see that there are so many of you already in the room waiting. I'm excited too because I had a 1 week break, and during that time I've actually do more research and also helping more parents in my TIQ program. So today I'm glad to be back and to see all of you again. And I just want to ask you to type, because there's usually when I first start, there seems to be some lag in my system. So I just want to ask you to type or put let's just hit the thumbs up button or the heart shape button to just let me know that you are here and you are hearing me very well today. Okay, and if you could, you'll be good to type a comment that to say, I'm here. Okay, I just want to know who's here today, and I believe I will see some familiar faces again tonight. Indeed, it's been a pleasure to be sharing so much with our parents. You are my learners' parents that I so much respect. And yes, Geraldine, I can see you. Yeah, wonderful. It would be good to have a comment that to say, I'm here. Yes. Okay, I can see Geraldine type she's watching. And then parents, when you're here, just key in so that I just want to get the ball rolling. But before we are waiting for some parents to put the baby to bed. Some are rushing to watch this live cast because I've actually put this cast together today, especially for some parents who was with me last week, and they actually put their thumbs up and actually put a request that I share tonight's topic about the 5 things to buy for your babies and toddler to optimize their development. And of course, this is all based on the neurological need of the child. Okay, I know there's a lot of things in the market that when we go to baby fair, there's tons of things for us to buy. It's really a consumer's world out there. So I just want to put this succinctly together for you parents, there are many things to buy, but these are just the necessities that I'm going to share with you. And I'll be also giving you some tips on how to use some of the things I'm going to recommend to you. So you always get rewards when you come in here, right? Because you get tips from me. Yeah. Yes. So now I just like to ask you to key in, right? Just to say yes. Just type yes so I can see because the comment doesn't seem to be coming in on my system. Okay. And so I just like to ask you to type yes if you can hear me well. Just say um, yes, so that I know you're hearing me well. Okay, because I do see a little lag on my system. So if it's lag, please also type in lag, lag, or good. Okay, good means you're hearing me very well. I can go on to share. I wonder how's everyone. Hello, Isa. Good to have you back, Isa. Nice to have you back at 1-1. Okay, nice to have you. Well, some of our parents are new to me, and some have been really my faithful follower as well. And I'm just very glad that I'm reaching out to more and more parents, not just in Singapore. Hello, Lau. It's so nice to see our parents from the Philippines with babies. Some are with toddlers. Hello, Gazelle. Welcome back. Yeah. And I do see that some more parents are also going to join me as they have actually sent me message. But sometimes, as a mother with a young baby, I've been through that. It's very hard to plan our time, isn't it? Yeah. Sometimes you plan to even, to go somewhere and the timing just cannot match. We are always, I don't know, I always use my baby as a reason for being late that time because it's true when you want to, you set aside time, but a lot depends on our baby's time actually. So yeah, thanks one for letting me know that it's good on your side in hearing me. So and I wonder how's everyone at home during this COVID period, and how our friends in the Philippines, in Singapore. Any of you are essential worker? You could type essential. Then I know that you're actually still working and still serving others out there. Or are you working from home? Well, I've been working from home. It's really the very first time that I must say that I struggled in the first 2 weeks of this COVID stay home. It was actually quite, I must say, I didn't feel good, and it was a huge adaptation for me because I'm most affected is because I couldn't see our parents at my center. And we do have our parents who come to my academy very regularly for consultations, for workshops, and I'm happy when parents are learning the right thing, and they bring the right thing back to the child. And I know for sure, confirm their children will be at a high achiever, and not just want to be high achiever, but emotionally stable later on. And I was very affected truly, and I just had my own argument. Oh, I see, Gazelle, you're essential worker. Well, yeah, on maternity leave. Nice to know that. So thanks for sharing part of your life with me. I must say I was affected because actually I wanted to appeal for an essential worker too, because I mean, the study of the brain is very rare, especially in nurturing. Either someone is a doctor who does neurology, right, who's a neurologist, or someone is into psychiatrist. So we really go deep into the brain. And I took the opportunity to really also go into the study about the brain, about neuroscience and child psychology. It's just that thankfully I'm also not become a doctor, so that I can be here to share with parents how to nurture that brain, that the first 3 years brain. Hello, Anna. Good to see you. Yeah, Anna is an action taker. I was just sharing a tip with her about how to set up her living room, and next day she sent me a photo of a baby having a lot of space to go around in her living room. And Anna, tonight you'll be glad that the items I'm going to share that you are going to buy, you'll fill up your living room, and your baby is going to be really Ashton, right? If I'm not wrong. I remember hearing you in one of the videos that he's going to be really happy boy, and you're going to start developing him even further. So I have a few parents in Singapore who are actually looking out for my program, and I said, well, I wasn't quite prepared to do online, and now I'm actually working very hard to learn how to put my program online so that our parents from overseas can also benefit from the things I do. So meanwhile, well, I'm just going to keep sharing and sharing so that y'all can go back and bring the right thing home. Okay. So yeah. So now that I see we have 16 parents, and I'm just hoping more will come. But I'm just going to start sharing. I tell myself, so long as I have, even if there's only one parent, which of course not, I know that I would have, more than that tonight. And I said I don't want to give myself any, or have you wait for more people to share, to come in. But I know tonight, the more I share, the more passionate, there's something that I find is really, I'm not sure if any one of you experience this. If you do, type to me and share, tell me yes also. The more I share, the more I find energetic. I feel that I'm more energetic. And the more I share, on the Facebook or in any way now, although I can't, touch the babies physically or the parents, seeing them or giving them physical hugs, but it kind of create this extra energy and this even stronger passion for me to want to reach out even more. So isn't it nice? So I'm going to start tonight, right? And we are going to talk about this and tonight I'm going to try a new way to share my items as well. And let's go into the topic tonight. I'm going to talk about the 5 things you should buy, right, to optimize your babies or toddlers development. So do pardon me, I do tend to be a bit scientific, really serious about the thing I say. So I do sometimes have to apologize to parents that I don't mince my words. And sometimes parents do send me individual notes about their issues, and I do ask some questions back. Some parents would attest that I don't usually give you an answer straight away, because there's so much background we must understand that would affect the child's brain before we can even give an advice. So even what I'm going to share tonight is really fundamental, very fundamental for every child that should have these at home. Okay. And I don't, what I'm sharing, right, doesn't require to spend a lot of money, parents. In fact, you shouldn't. You should save the money for your child's education, right? And there's a lot more that you are going to spend on your baby. So I'm one very I cannot say I'm very thrifty, but I want you all to spend wisely. Okay, if it's on your child, you make a decision, and whatever I share, I'm not promoting any brand for anyone as well. Okay, so I just share with you really from my heart and what you should provide for your child's environment to optimize your child's development. And if you really like what I'm saying, right, yeah, just type in something to tell me, yes, that's what I want to know as well. That's why you are here, right, parents? So I'm going to, do pardon me, because today I'm going first time, right, trying to put a PowerPoint slide. Okay, I'm quite an auntie already. Okay, so for me to embrace technology and putting things like that, right, it's a bit complex for me. Okay, so I've been fiddling the whole afternoon. So if I do like suddenly, look, panic, right? Pardon me for that. Okay, I'm just going to share the first item. The first item, right, that I would recommend. Would anyone want to make a guess? I like to, have this kind of little fun. Okay, it's quite late at night. Some of us had a long day as well. So, I mean, even for yourself, maybe I should ask you back. Okay, when you bought something for your baby, right? Okay, just recall what was the first item that came to your mind to buy for your baby. What would be the first thing you'll buy? Can you just type in the first item you actually bought for your baby? Okay, after your baby is born, you want to buy something, right? Okay, besides clothes and food, what was the first thing you bought for your baby that would help his development? Anything? If you bought nothing, you just type nothing. But if you actually bought something, right? Share with us, share with me, okay? I'm also collecting statistics, knowing what parents buy, because can you just type in, right, the first thing you bought for your baby, right, that could help his development, if there's anything that you've come across. Okay, so if you didn't buy anything, just type nothing as well, so that I know what's your interaction with your baby. Okay, so could I ask you to just type something? I just want to take a look, and meanwhile, the things I'm going to share will actually help in your, when I say development, okay, I'm going to define what I mean by development. Development in terms of cognitive, okay, cognitive, but cognitive, right, has a lot to do with physical. So things I've shared this in previous, the 4 nights that I was sharing continuously, and parents who have been following me, right, actually would be able to understand what I'm saying is that the physical aspect of a child is one of the key that connects the back and the front, okay, of the brain, the motor pathway. All right. And of course, I do need a long brain platform to discuss that, but it's okay. I mean, I will do as much as I can, as I can share. So yeah, please type in, right, the first item you have bought, okay? Any one of you have bought for your child, okay? Don't be shy. I know there are some items that I said don't buy, you all bought also, right? Okay, Dualistic says she borrowed book from the library and bought books as well. Okay, perhaps could you type in the age of your child? All of you, could you just type in the age of your child? Yeah, nice shape matching building blocks. Okay, so type in the items you have bought, and after that, right, you type your child's age so that I know whether the thing you bought, right, I will comment a little, okay, about the things that you have for your child, whether it's age appropriate, how you can improve, and so on as well. So most of our parents like to buy books for your child. Okay. Hey, Karina, good to see you. 欢迎来我们的这波道，第一次看到你今天啊，欢迎你进来。Okay, now hello, Maron. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to show you all this brain. 12.5 months, and thank you for responding. The other parents, okay, I'm trying to aim my thing on the camera. Okay, so this is the brain, right? And just now I talked about motor is actually the part that is here, okay, that connects the back and the front of the brain. All right, this is where the motor pathway is. This brain model that I have doesn't really show well. Afterwards, I'll show you a diagram. Okay, so Jolene says stacker for 8 months. Very good, excellent. That's a very good games. Okay, I will comment a little about some of these games later on. Okay, just that I have my list too of the things to buy. So the first item. So thank you for sharing. Okay, we have parents who say you actually borrow books from the library. You give your baby books. Okay, stacking toys. That's good. And Anna says stacking blocks as well. These are all excellent gifts. Okay, items to buy for your child. But I'm just going to go more specific. There's so much specific, and I can tell you this, parents, when I talk about the 0 to 3 years old, and some of our parents who are here, who are in my program, like Karina, Jolene, they will tell you that I'm very, very careful about the 0 to 3 years old brain. And you must know to do the right thing. Okay. In fact, Karina has a superbly, capable boy, right? And I think she's on her way to have a second one, right, Karina? Yeah. So the first item, parents, that I'm going to put out, right? Okay, is something that y'all might have. If you have, right, tell me. Okay. So this is where I'm going to try something new technologically. Okay. I hope it works. Just a minute. Let me just yeah. Okay, now this is the first item, gym mat. Okay, the first item that all of you must have is gym mat. Okay, shape sorter and these, right? Yeah, these are common things, you see, which parents normally would buy. And I commend you that you are doing the right thing. Okay, I'll talk about these, why I didn't include it in my list. Okay, there's so many things to buy, but I'm just giving you all the critical ones, because if you get these well, right, your child will be very good in stacking, in sorting, and doing all those activities, that you want them to do. And these are good, but I will just make a comment later, okay, on how, these are, I would say, common toys. But these are things that I find, I'm going to advise you to have. This is a gym mat. Okay, it's a gym mat, and I put down even the length requirements, right? Your gym mat should be at least 180 centimeter, which is 1.8 meter, right? Okay, and must have a certain width. In this case, this mat that I have is 78 cm, and there must be a thickness. Excellent, Anna. I like to hear that. This one you must have. And parents, the mat must have a thickness, okay? And this mat that I have here is about 3 centimeters, which is my center. We are laid all over with soft mats. That's another kind of mat, but we do have this on top as well. and it has to be at least right about 3 centimeters. Okay, if you have, excellent, you try, type to me, gym mat, yes, gym mat. And now if you have one, you go and get two. Okay, two, because you want that area for your child. Okay, so 2 meter by 2 meter is just good, but in this case you get another one, okay, like that. It's about 2 meter by 3.5, and Hannah had me in another platform where I shared that we want to give a child a 10 meter, all in all, a circumference, right, a perimeter, okay, of 10 meter, that your child can actually go round. All right, and you want to give your child that kind of space to play, to explore, and do things on. What is this mat for? You see our baby right in my center? Okay, you see this, my baby in the center, where we use this for crawling. Okay, use the kids mattress. Well, Karina is asking, right, can we use the kids mattress to replace this? Okay, I'm going to give you a specs. Okay, if you can only use the mattress if that mattress has a firmness. Okay, this G mat has a firmness, that's number one. Okay, number two, there must be a thickness. Why? You want to cushion your baby's fall, and this is very good. Okay, you don't need to spend a lot, This is only $39 from IKEA. I don't promote IKEA. They don't pay me to promote them, okay? Yeah, this is the one, big one, yellow and gray. I haven't seen the yellow and gray one, but need to have a certain measurement, okay? Get the measurement right, and you will, then that, I want to be safe. I give you this measurement, so make sure you have this and two side by side. Then you have a very good space for your child. And these two add together is only like $78. You really don't have to spend very much. Okay, thickness is very important. So to answer Karina's question, right, there must be firmness. So mattress, I'm not sure, because baby's mattress usually be softer, so it may not be so conducive, because your baby will be crawling on it. Remember, I mean, if you have missed, yeah, new, do look out for my previous video live, and also put my postings in Facebook where I talk about crawling, okay, and the pattern, the cross pattern, which is in my previous live as well. So I'm not going to repeat that. Yeah. So and the other thing, disadvantage of using a mattress, right? Is most of you would have a mattress cover, correct? The 床布来盖着这个. I mean, for the Chinese parents who can understand me, is you use the cover, the mattress cover, which is cloth. It's not ideal, because the baby's foot can get caught in the cloth. Okay. Gary, this was okay. I'm going to talk about the past in a while. Thank you for coming back, Gary. I know you have the daddy who really, I love the daddies in my session. Okay, now Gary got knee pad, right? Okay. I will comment about one of these. Okay. Do remind me, because parents, I'm actually going to be 50 years old next year. So I do tend to get more and more forgetful. So pardon me. But these are things that get me excited. And I want to talk about that. Just that I want to, address one thing at a time. So make sure you have the thickness. Okay. And this is very good for cushioning your baby's fall. The other thing is also, this can be later used, right? For your baby, for creeping use, which is when you're afraid your baby falls, right? So Gary, I'm not sure how big is your mat for your baby. Okay, and babies tend to crawl outside. It is okay, and your child is already 1 year old, so I think he should be quite stable. And okay, I the last talk, right? Actually, I had a knee pad in the things not to buy. I actually kind of left it out, because we had a very long list, and the night was going beyond my planned time. Okay, I always try to keep my session to be just about an hour or 45 minutes, so that you all can go back to your babies, and I'll keep the rest of the topic for another day. But so that day, those who are with me, yeah, the things not to buy. Okay, knee pad is one of the things that I say not to buy, because I bought it. Actually, I mean, tomorrow night, if some of you, right, are awake at 9 p.m., I'm going to run another live session with a a business associate, ET. So she's invited me to another live session. That one, I'm going to talk about the things, but I'm not going to give it away, okay? But that one wasn't one of the list. But I'm going to talk about, different from today, 5 things I bought, okay? the first 5 things I bought for my child. That's tomorrow. But today is really more on I may not have bought it, for myself when I first started, but it was only in my research and learning later. That's what I'm bringing all back to you. Is that parents, uh, I don't encourage knee pad is because I made the mistake too. I bought it for my son too because being parents we are rather protective. So I actually bought knee pad for my son, just like Gary, because he was crawling outside and I thought I don't want to hurt the knees, right? And also my floor was marble floor, but then I realized actually the knee pad. I'm not sure, Gary, if your child is crawling very well already. Yeah, on his knees he's crawling too much, is that right? So it's very rough on your crown. Okay, because I noticed depending on the kind, you do need to check the elasticity of the knee pad. Okay, because the knee pad I bought for my son, I think I fed him too well. He was a bit too meaty. So when he wore the knee pad, he actually restricted his knee from moving, which I didn't know. So actually he didn't creep very well that time. Okay, and so I didn't know even. So of course I went into reading, into finding the reason why my son couldn't, do the proper creeping pattern. And then I realized that the knee pad was a hindrance. And guess what? The day I took off the knee pad, he was able to do, proper creeping. But for Gary's case, I understand, depending on the house and how kind of um, what kind of flooring you have. You want to protect your baby's knees, but do make sure that it doesn't restrict your baby's movement. Okay. And for Dua, let's see, how old is your baby? Okay, I'm trying to read your comments. So some parents, okay, tummy time. That's why this mat is very encouraging and very good for tummy time. Okay, and parents, I mentioned also before that in my early brain academy, we don't just stop at tummy time. Okay, tummy time is good to press out the gas in the baby's stomach. Okay, grows the baby vision because when baby's on the tummy, when baby looks out, it is good. But if you want to grow balance, coordination, right, movement, you still need to get baby to crawl. So this is where a lot of parents are not trained to teach to do crawling, right? And I've actually spoke in my previous live session because, again, back to this, I'm coming back to this. Okay, now I've actually shared that on the crawling actually develops this part of the brain, okay? This part of the brain, which is the cerebellum. This was in my previous live session. Do look up for my previous session, right, that I explained about the crawling. So we want your child to be crawling as well. So good to have tummy time. That's the first starting point. Okay, so good. Now go a step further. Okay, get your baby to start crawling. And you do need to guide your baby's legs to touch the ground. Okay, so this mat, right, that I just put up is very good because it allows baby's legs to dig, to dig, and it's also smooth enough for baby to move. So it's very encouraging. And you know what, parents, it's not just about achieving what you want them to achieve about crawling, but once a child manages to hone that skill, right, of moving, they see something new, they know they can move around. You know how much satisfaction that is for that child, and that actually develops, right, the child even better because when a child is satisfied and happy and joyous, right, in their moving around, they can explore and they're learning, it actually secretes endorphin. Okay, and yeah, they secrete endorphins, and that's where, right, that's the happy hormones. That's why our children in my academy, the parents, they see their children, right. They have some grouchy children to start with. I'm not sure why, but after the parents embark on doing the activities we ask them to do, right, we can see the parent-child bonding improve. Okay, and the children also become brighter, happier because parents are doing the right thing. Okay, so you are the learner parents I call, and I'm so glad you're in here because you are learning to do the right things. Okay, so yes, Gary, yeah. Okay, we don't want to rush the walking. Okay, let your child, as I talked about, I can't remember which session, right? Okay, I've been sharing so much, and sometimes if I keep repeating myself, for some parents, right, do pardon me. I was like saying in another session is that let your child, hold on to stand up, okay, and then they start to take steps, right? Okay, on their own. Okay, so we don't rush the walking, but just let them creep as much as you can, because the creeping actually builds the respiratory system for your baby as well. Okay, and the home is actually one of the best place for your child to creep around. And just like Anna also mentioned in her comment that she let her child move around the house. That's excellent, parents. In my, I think this last a few days ago, I actually posted a video right on how to set boundaries, parents. If you have not seen that video, do look up for that. Okay, how to set boundaries for your babies. So you will see that there are many things, activities that we do step by step actually, that I do teach my academy parents to how to set boundaries. Okay, but you could still look up for it. And if you have any question, right, send me a message, right, I will address it. But what I want to say is that if your baby crawls around, okay, let them, because they are learning. But there's ways to cope with it, okay, which I give tips in that video. So do look out for that. Okay, so I'm going on to the second item on my list. Okay, the second item, which is, anyone wants to make a guess? Okay, now, so gym mat, okay, sorry, one more activity, right? It grows with your child. This gym mat goes with your child, okay? Crawling, creeping, playing on the mat, right? And this mat is good because it's foldable. You can tuck it aside. The other thing, thank you, E.T., yeah, for for filming that boundary video. Now, the parents, the next thing, right? This mat is also good for your babies to go somersault. Okay? Yeah, somersault. All right. Karina, you know what I'm asking y'all to buy, right? Okay. So somersault. This one will be later on, say, very safe for your child to do somersault. Okay. But I want to advise that if you have space, get two. So you put that side by side. It's a very good space. You don't need to spend a lot. This is good enough. All right. And some more you can fold it and put it away, and easy to clean. All right. So parents, this is one. The second one on my list is, see why my slide is not moving. Okay, let me. Oh, okay. All right, I have to bring up my slide, and then, ta-da! Right, baby car seat. You know what? When I told parents, some of the parents, right, my academy, I said, get your child baby car seats. You know what? Sometimes they don't drive, so they don't buy car seats. Okay, but parents, this car seat is like, it's not, it's the dual purpose. Okay, I don't mean for you to buy it to be used in a car. Okay, it's meant to be used for your child to interact, eye contact. Okay, babies need eye contact. And some parents say, oh, I put my baby lying down, eye contact. No, you need to have a proper support. Okay, have baby lying down as you talk to your baby, right? The eye contact with your baby. And this applies, right? This principle applies to even if your child is 1 year old, maybe not a car seat, but it could be a proper chair. Okay, basically a dedicated, nice chair for your baby to interact with you. And that will be the same place that you would also be reading with your baby, bonding with your child on a seat. Although I say baby car seat, this is for below 12 months old. Okay, but you see my child, right? The picture is that one isn't a baby car seat, but it's a function. I'm talking about the function. Okay, so parents not so much like a baby car seat, but if you have something that can just prop your baby up, right? You see how my baby was, was in here, and then my baby actually grew up, right? Okay, my son that time, this one, he was about nine months old only. Okay, so from a baby, I cropped it out. My husband was actually talking to him, when he was just 2 months old, and then later on that was 9 months old. So it grows with the child. You see, the things I recommend, right, are things that are useful, and it has to grow with the child and something practical. Okay, I'll talk about toys later on, because I know that toys, dimes and dozens, but these are the things that parents I'm focused on, because these are the foundation, the basic thing you must have before you can lay the toys and other things on top. You know what I'm saying? Because parents, actually our children don't need a lot of toys. They need you. Parents, our children don't need a lot of toys. They need you. All right. Whether you're a busy mom, I have parents who are doctors, who are lawyers, who are teachers, they work long hours, but our parents all learn, okay, how to give the child the optimal bonding time, the optimal time to develop the child, even neurologically and psychologically. So the children need you, and this chair facilitates that interaction. Okay, I use this chair, right, for a lot of, I spend a lot of time. My son spent either on here or on the floor. This was it. I didn't spend a lot of money on toys or expensive things for my son. Okay, and I'm happy, and he's developing very well. As some of you know that he's doing so well. And so yeah, baby car seat. Okay, but I said baby car seat, but parents, if you have baby car seats, or if you have something like that where you can prop your child, not for rocking, not for rocking, although these have a rocking function, but you all learned from me in the first night, right? Okay, of my live show, that you don't rock, you are not using this for rocking, but you're using this for propping your baby to give your child an angle. Even for infant, 2 months old, 3 months old, you should have something like that, and you should be able to angle, prop your baby up. Okay, prop your baby up and let your baby, right, have a chance to, the best way to interact, right, your baby is prop your baby up about. And parents, remember I mentioned that we don't carry our baby and put them sitting on their own, but if you have a chair, that is to support the spine, you see. And then you put your baby on a 45 degrees angle. Then this is where the best way, okay, if your child is below one, or just a 2 3 months old up to 4 months baby, and if your child is the older, like like Anna's baby, even Gary, we have a lot of 1 year old parent, then you will find a nice chair, right, where you get to interact with your child. Okay, have a chair where your child knows that there is a reading time with mommy. That chair that you use, right, that you are going to do activities with your child. Okay, and so get a chair like that. And if you're not even, parents say that don't drive, but then that is not really so for a driving purpose. But if you drive, right, make sure you have one. Okay, I know in Singapore, some parents, you know what, to my horror, some of my blooming joy parents, right, who are bringing their baby back from the hospital, they tell me they just carry the baby home like that. And some of you, I'm not sure any one of you from Australia here, and if you are from Australia, you know that that's totally illegal. Okay, but in Singapore, some parents, they actually carry the baby from the hospital, right, in arms, and that really freaks me out. Okay, so parents, do take note, if you are expecting, or if not, do look out, okay, for maybe just car seat. But like I said, it has to. The one I had wasn't really a car seat, okay, but it was just something that baby can be propped up. So look for something like that, and you use it for talking to your baby, reading time with the baby, because you want a dedicated place also for reading. Okay, not so much on your lap. Okay, I will comment that or in another session about reading on the lap and so on, which is good. But sometimes you want the interaction, right? Baby sit there and have a conversation with the child. That's very good because there's no barrier, you see. So, and I don't quite like high chair because high chair there's always a barrier as well. So a chair like that is good. Okay, so parents, do find your child a chair if your child is above one, a nice baby chair, that is always for your child to sit there where you can do activities. Okay, next thing, right, on my list is, okay, I'm going to put it up again. And you will be very, I know I like to surprise people, right? Okay, the next thing on my list, you will not guess it. Sorry, this is my picture of my baby in the car seat, right? Okay, Dowel. Okay, the next thing on my list is a dowel. Would you guess? Okay, I like to ask this. Okay, parents in my academy, right? You are not to answer this. Okay, I know some. I was watching one live show of a lady who's selling fish online. She gives people. She does give away fish and all that to people, But I say I can't give you a physical gift. But you type down what you think this dowel is used for. Okay, if you get it right, I give you a big air hug. Okay, would you like to make a round guess what this dowel is used for? Okay, my academy parents, right, like a handful of you here, you know what this is for. But I like to see, right, our parents who have first encounter with me, can you just type in, right, make a guess what you use the dowel for? Or some of you may have already known. It's interesting for me to know. I'm just enjoying my live show so much because your answer sometimes, is yeah, it's quite out of the world actually. So could you just type down, right? What do you think the dowel? Yeah, and I think it looks like a cane, right? Yeah, you are shocked, aren't you? That I might recommend you to use this to cane your baby. Yeah. So no, this is not a cane. It's a dowel. It's actually a rod. Okay, a rod for that is about the size like about maybe about 1 inch, less than an inch. Okay, about an inch thick. Okay, slightly less than an inch, a 3/4 inch like that. Okay, so it's a dowel. It's just a stick. Okay. So anyone want to make a guess? Yeah, thanks for trying. And that's not the answer I'm looking at. I mean, a cane can be used for many ways as well. But other parents, right, who are watching it, you want to type in an answer that you may think, what is it used for? To cane a baby. I think most of you will probably think that I would recommend you to have this discipline your child, right? No, 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 no. Parents, actually, I'm very against caning a child below 3 years old, and this is my talk for another day. Okay, no caning, no shouting, no discipline. Not that you want to spoil a child, but I will explain to you why not. Okay, I do ban the parents in my academy from using any of these harsh. Even a slight hit on the hand is not. Okay. Uh, yeah, no, yeah. So Gary, your baby doesn't want to do pull up on this. Okay. You thought you know this is for pull up? Huh? So okay, let me actually share with you, right, what this is for. Okay. And here you go. Okay, yes, Jolene, you guessed it. Yes. Um, well, it's not, there are ways to do this, to use this for. Okay, all you have is get your baby, right, to, if your child is actually a 1 year old, I don't advise you to use a thumb already. For the babies who are like about four months or 3 months old, their necks are firm. We actually do this with a baby holding our thumb because they're still light. But if your baby is about 1 years old and so on, right, and they are like I say about above 5 kilos or so, I would say maybe not because it might hurt you, okay, when you're doing this. So yeah, that's what the dowel is for, to hold your baby up like we see this mommy doing, right? We have many of our parents in our academy that are able to do this, and children are able to do this. Would you expect, how old? Okay, let me ask you to make a wild guess, right? This is baby Caleb. Okay, how old do you think baby Caleb was when he was holding himself up like that by himself? How old do you think baby Caleb was? Right? You can put Caleb, how old, kids, how old, right? Let's make a guess. There's little kids on the right. She's a girl. Okay. And then on the left is Caleb. Okay. So because I want to be fair, one boy and one girl. Because some parents say, yeah, boys, of course, they're stronger, what? They can hold themselves up. But I can tell you that our parents who start nurturing their child physical strength, right, from as young as from birth, or as young, these babies all join us really young, but we do have babies who come to us after 1 or 1.5. There's a mommy who actually asked me, is it too late or not when her child is 1 year old? I said, no, not at all. So long as your baby is below 3 years old, there's a lot that you can do. Okay. And yeah, Mish, you say that there's no strength to hold. Actually, every child born has the physical strength, right, to hold themselves up. Okay, and this is natural, actually. It's a natural thing. But you see, if parents are not aware, they don't provide the opportunity. See, babies are all, of course, they cannot help themselves. So we parents have to provide the opportunity. That is why I'm doing this, because it's my passion, my aspiration to share as much as the things that people are not aware of, to do this. And let me say that, okay, not babies. Okay, if it's a newborn, no, not this way. Okay, if your baby is a newborn, okay, up to the point where about 3 months, if your baby's neck is not firm, yes, you cannot go this way. Okay, let me be very specific here. All right, Michelle. All right, I think it's Michelle. Thanks for clarifying that. But baby newborn have physical strength. Okay, actually, what we're talking about, actually, this goes back to the baby's grasp reflex. Okay, so when I say grasp reflex, parents, is this. Okay, this one newborn also can do. All right. In fact, we teach parents in our newborn program, the Blooming Joy program, that baby from birth actually already have the physical strength, just that it's not in the vertical form, but we do it in a horizontal form, where we actually give baby the grasp reflex, and they actually have that strength to hold, okay, to grasp. We start with grasp reflex, okay, for newborn. all the way to first 3 months, right? Yes, we do the grass. But once the baby is about 4 months old, okay, just now I was asking one mommy, Jolene's guessed that Caleb was 7 months old, right? Okay. But let me share with you, right? This baby here, Caleb, was actually at the point when he was doing this, he was 5.5 months old. Caleb was 5.5 months old, okay, when he was doing this. But he started our program when he was about 4 months, 3.5, 4 months. Okay, so the mommy learned how to strengthen the baby's grasp, and then we do. I'm going to explain why we do this. Okay, this is why we call it actually holding, right, using the upper body strength. And Kit in this, in this video as well. Actually, it's a video, but I can also be able to see it work. But then kids actually at this age, right? This age that she was 8 months old. Okay. But of course, as a child grows older and older, they definitely have that strength. Why is this for parents? This holding up. Okay, firstly, this motion is we call the grasp reflex. Okay, and this competence, right, is able to hold the baby. Is actually the baby's grasp, which later develop into further fine motor skill. Okay, which further develops into your child's fine motor skill. Okay, and all these skill requires the higher level cortex. Okay, the sophisticated cortex for doing what the baby is doing. All right, I mean, when we want them to pick up very fine, and this is not because we want the capability. When the child can have this capability, it means that's the development of, it's a closed circuit. Huh? So when the child can demonstrate this, means that that part of the cortex is developed. You see that? But if the part of cortex is not developed, the child can't do this yet, then we do activities to build that capability. Hi, Patricia. Welcome in. So do take note of that. Okay. So, we just have to start on a horizontal, giving baby the grasp reflex. Why this is good for? This is for baby to hold themselves up. And then when the child is able to hold themselves up for, okay, first start with 3 seconds. Even if you're child parents, this is from my experience and, really apparent that we have babies who can hold themselves for longer. But I always tell parents, we start with 3 seconds only. 3 seconds, you take your baby down. Okay. And then, let a baby be comfortable with 3 seconds. Then you build up to 6 seconds holding up there. Okay, so you cannot at one time, right? First time your baby got there, maybe your baby can hold until 20 seconds, right? Next time you make a baby do, they don't do already because it's too strenuous for a first starter. Okay, so you build slowly. Each time you add 3 seconds, 3 seconds until your child reaches 20 seconds. All right, so you do that, is encouraging for your child, and this activity actually strengthens your child's upper body. Okay, and when upper body strength is strong, right? What is that for? Actually, it stretches the body. You want a tall baby, right? Hello, my love. You stretches your body and your baby breathes better. What sits up here in the upper body is the chest, the lungs. Okay, so when that expands, right, your baby breathes better and that brings more oxygen to the brain. So this activity, parents, is very simple, and the Dowel, that's all you need. Okay, but again, you don't do it like stressful way. Come do it and getting baby to do it when they're not ready. Okay, it has to be a part of play. All right, so there's a way to facilitate it, make it as part of play and encouraging your baby. Okay, so parents, you agree with me? You say, you just put strength. Okay, strength. You want that your baby to grow that strength, but do it slowly. Okay, I just say that this Dowel is what we use. All right, and if you can't find a Dowel, I'll tell parents. I have parents in my academy, right? They couldn't find a Dowel. They actually go to the sports shop, right? They buy a pull-up bar at the door and they let baby hang. That's also very good. Okay, so the daddies who are listening out, or mommy, share that with daddy. Okay, tell daddy what to do. Okay, so you agree with me, right? You say strong. Okay, you type in strong. Yes, we want strong babies, right? Let's have an active interaction so that I know that you also want a strong baby. Okay, so parents, you just type in strong. Okay, type in strong. And I always say, right, I'm a trainer, and you're typing in, you're clicking on the heart, some activities going on. I know I'm my audience are still active. Okay, your eyes are on me, then that's good. Okay, otherwise I feel that I tend to slow down because waiting for interaction. Okay, so yeah, thanks Jolene for typing in strong. Yes, the rest of the parents, please do so as well, right? Thank you. Okay, so oh wow, Patricia says Nathaniel loves it. You know why? Because you started early. You started so early. That's why he builds that strength, and then that's what he likes. Okay, so wonderful. Then the next thing on my list, right, to buy, okay, parents, get a dowel. If you can't find a dowel, seriously, normal chin-up bar, but make sure that it's, it's in the circumference, right, okay, should be when you measure your child's hands when he does this. So measure the circumference, and that is where you should get. Don't get too thick, it's hard for your baby to handle. Too thin, also it's not comfortable. So get something that is of the baby circumference, okay? Now, the next thing on my list, okay, is, yes, parents, whether your child is walking, running, creeping, right? Okay, this is very good toy. Why? Because of the blinking lights. Okay, if your baby is below 4 months, is learning to crawl or to creep, okay, to encourage your child to creep more, you get toys like that. I call this the crawling blinkers. Okay, so they actually have blinking lights, making music as well. It's very fun and makes crawling happy for your baby as well. Okay, so get this kind of toys. And if your child is above 1, okay, you may why I wanted to have this toy, maybe not so much for those with older children, okay, but this is good if you have a child below 1. Okay, okay, Charlie was asking what's the thickness of the dowel recommended. I was saying that depending, okay, most of the time, okay, what we recommend is like about, actually, if I convert to centimeter, right, about 2 centimeters, okay, 1.5 to 2 centimeters in diameter, okay, in diameter, about 1.5 to 2. It's about 3/4 inch. All right, and if you want to be very accurate, right, look at your baby's hand, okay, to answer Jolene's question, okay. So now back to number 4, right, is toys with blinking lights and music, because that really moves your baby, okay. Then my next thing on the list is, okay, I always forget to bring up my slide, okay. Now the next thing on my list that I'm going to share with you is, okay, this, all right. Things that I always say the parents in my academy do have the privilege to learn these at some point, at different point in the course, okay, where they actually know things to buy. One of the things, parents, these are simple things, home things, okay, what are these for? All right, these are things that we use for tactile stimulation. Okay, what is tactile stimulation? Parents, tactile stimulation, let me bring up my this okay, so let me specify what are the items here first. Okay, now you see this, right? This is the ice pack, okay, and this is a hot towel. That is contrasting, right? Contrasting item. Then you have something rough. There's a silk scarf underneath. That's called something smooth. So contrasting sensory stimulation, this you should do with your child below 3, whether your child is 1 year old, 2 year old. You should do it because this is what is very lacking in many children's development. Okay, and I can tell you that when children go for occupational therapy, one of these is lacking is the tactile. All right, so I'm going to show you, right, on my brain here, okay, where the tactile, right, stimulation goes into. You see this part of the brain, this part, the parietal lobe, yes, sir, parietal lobe here, okay, this part of the brain. Yeah, this is where the sensory stimulation, right, contrasting stimulation actually develops this part of the brain. Okay, so how do you use this, parents? Really on just do spot, okay, the same spot, right? Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And for babies, for 3 months old, any age, and even I teach this to our parents with babies, children who are 2 years old. Before they take a bath or strip, right? Play this, just play. It's not about teaching your child what is hot, what is hot, how does hot feel, how does cold feel. It's not that, okay? It is using it, but for older children, you can get them participate in, saying, reciting with you, and making it fun for your child. But while you are doing this, number one, you're bonding with your child with the activity. Number two, you're actually stimulating your child with this contrasting sensation. Okay, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Okay, throughout the whole body, the folds, the head, behind the ear, everywhere. Okay, the full body, they have a small body, and do it fast. Don't linger. Oh, this feels hot. Not like that. It's really hot, cold, really fast. Okay, for a baby, you shouldn't take more than just 3 minutes to finish the full body. For a 1.5 year with a bigger body, right? Probably you might take about 2 minutes, 2.5. That's it. Otherwise, the child will run away. Okay, they need something fast. but you do this contrasting. Okay, it's really to grow the parietal lobe, and that is what is lacking in a lot of parents' activity with the child, because you're not taught, right? But this is where the parietal lobe is. Okay, to grow that part of the touch sensorial, the touch. Okay, the last time I talked about the five senses, right? The five senses are see, hear, right? Smell, taste, and touch. Touch is important to grow the brain. Okay, so do get this. I know parents, I don't recommend big fancy things. You know, so if you are coming in here to hear me share with you to buy big fancy stuff, right? Well, I'm not sure. This is not well, there's a lot of toys and all that you could see, but these are fundamental things that we use to develop the brain. Okay, and these are, and how often, Anna is asking, how often do you do this, right? Okay, in one day, okay, yeah, for as many as you can do up to okay, there must be breaks in between. It means you do one round, right? Okay, after the bath you can do one more round. That's called 2 rounds already. Okay, so in one day, right, you can do up to 10 sets, you know, but I know many parents cannot achieve that. You can do 5 sets, right? Or morning bath 2 rounds, afternoon bath 2 rounds, so long as you do it. Okay, so after hot cold, you finish already contrasting. Next day, you move to rough smooth. You know, 1 set a day, one type of contrasting sensation per day. You actually grow the brain. You are giving information, and the brain knows how it feels, right? So you're actually providing information to the brain, plus also, you know, growing that part of the brain, right? Okay, through touch. So when we talk about stimulation, we want to use all ways. Well, of course, parents in our academy learn a very systematic way to stimulate vision, auditory as well. Okay, that's a very full program itself. I know some of you are waiting for my dates to come to you. Yeah, okay, I will be in touch. But this is what it is. Okay, 5 things you should buy to optimize babies' toddlers in their development. Okay, I'm going to, you know, wrap up. But parents, as usual, right? I just find that 5 is very few. If you all like bonus, right? You type bonus. Okay, if you all are, you know, because I don't want to hold your time. But if you want 3 more bonuses, which I've prepared, right? You type it in. Okay, if I type bonus, that I know that you all want more bonus, I will continue. Okay, I will continue with 3 more bonuses. But if you know, if you are okay, you know, just fine, then I will let you go. Okay, but then if you want bonus, right, quickly type in bonus, bonus, right? Then I see that, okay, you want more bonus, I will give you 3. Okay, 3 bonuses to go for the night. Okay, 3 more bonuses. So, parents, these are the after the 5 things, right? Okay, those are fundamentals. That thanks, Anna, bonus. And the other parents, can you just type in bonus, right? I will share with you the bonus. Okay, can you also show me a thumbs up, right? If you think that the last 5 items, I know they're not fancy stuff, but you find that they're helpful, right? Give me a thumbs up too. Okay, let me know that you find that they are, yeah, there's something that things are that you never even know, right? Simple things like that can already grow your child's brain very well. Okay, thanks. Your one bonus, right? I will share the bonus. But I also want to ask you to give me a feedback, right? Do you find the first 5 items, right, helpful for you? Do you find that it's helping you to learn better, you know, to get the right thing for your child? Okay, I know I'm not talking about big toys and all that. You know, they are there, but you know what? In order for your child to enjoy those toys better, okay, these are the fundamentals. Okay, that actually grow your child's motor skill, grow your child through touch, right? Sensorial, and so much more. Okay, thank you, Derek. I see your bonuses. So I'm going to bring you, right, 3 more bonuses. Okay, 3 more. So one of the items, right, in my list to buy, okay, is okay. Let me see if I can move this gym ball. I know just now, Karina was asking about gym ball. I was like, oh, Karina, you're letting out my bonus. Okay, gym ball. Now, gym ball is one. You see this mommy, right? Doing balance. Okay, parents. And just now, the first item, the mat, okay, is where the gym ball sits. That's why it's very safe, okay? So do gym ball activity, all right? Put your baby on it. And even if your child is 1 year old, 1.5, all the children who come through our program, right? Okay, do this gym ball activity. Putting your baby on the gym ball, okay, letting your baby go, rocking. Okay, this is the safest and best angle. Okay, rocking your baby on the ball, but 5 counts only. Parents, not overdoing, because remember the first one I talked about rocking, not over rocking, right? So when your baby goes on the ball, okay, each round is only 5 counts. Okay, so you go 1. This is called 1 count. All right, 2 counts. All right, I'm going to put myself back in. So when you put a baby on the ball, parents, right? Okay, so imagine there's a ball on the baby, right? Okay, when you rock, it's like that, upside down. Okay, and this is called 1. Okay, 2. Slowly, not too fast. Okay, the rhythm that I always give you, and you rock 5 counts only, maximum 5. My parents, don't over rock. Remember not to do that. Forward, backward, and then sideways on the ball. What is this for? Vestibular system. Remember I talked about vestibular already, right? Talking about equilibrium of the brain that controls, right, balance. And if your baby is learning to walk, right, Anna, this is for your action. Okay, you got to put your babies who are Gary as well. Your babies, you want your baby to walk, to balance, right? Do this activity a lot, okay? And do this, each time 5 counts. Maximum how many in a day again? 3 sets. 3 sets only, okay? Forward, backwards, okay, and side to side. This we teach by our parents in our academy. All right. And in fact, now I'm creating video to give a proper system. Something that is to give to have a prescription even. So yeah, I'm creating online course for our parents so that you can actually have a proper system to follow. So sideways, okay, and then on the ball, right, sideways, all in a circuit, like a circuit, forward, backward, 5 counts, sideways, okay, and then rotate, okay. So this activity is very good for developing your child's vestibular. And so parents, I know there are quite a number of you with about 12 months old. Do put this on a baby because it helps them balance their walking. Those who have older children, do that too, because it's going to help them in future sports, in doing dance and balance and this activity. So the height of the ball, parents, buy the ball that is at your baby's height, because there's small ball, medium ball, right? So what size to buy? Okay, buy a ball that is at your baby's height. Okay, so you measure a baby, so buy the ball that is up to your baby's height. All right. So depending on what age your child is, you get the ball. Okay, gym ball. Next one on my list. Okay, I hope you're happy, and if you get you're happy with this bonus number 1, right? And this is a very good activity. And parents, you know what? When 5 years ago when I set up my academy, right, when I was looking for gym ball, I had to buy one ball, right, for $59. And today, right, you'll be so glad to know that I was looking at. I went online, all that. Nowadays, this one gym ball, right, is only like $11. Okay, so you can buy if you have space, you can even buy 2 or 3 different colors for your child to choose each time. But just get it and do it, because these are fundamental things that you get to do your child, and these are all bonding activities. Bonding activities, you build confidence in your child in movement. Okay, so gym ball, the next thing on my list. Okay, second bonus. Okay, if you're happy with the gym ball, right, give me an indication that you're still there and you're happy. Tunnels. Okay, parents, what tunnel is for? Okay, in fact, I want to tell you this thing. To my surprise, there are some children, okay, a handful of them, when we give them the tunnel, do you know they dare not go through? Some parents here, if you have children like that, right? Tell me your baby's like that too. Okay. Thank you for giving me your indication that you're there with me. Okay. How many of you have tunnels at home? Can you just say me? Okay. If you have tunnels, right, you say me. Okay. If you don't have, you say no. Okay, 2 letters, right? Can you type in, right? If you have a tunnel at home, you say me, I have. Okay. If you don't have, because I'm going to teach you how to use it, okay, really efficiently as well for your baby. So if you have a tunnel, you say me. If you don't have one, you say no. All right, because I'm going to explain to you, right, what this tunnel is for. Oh, good, Anna, you have? Okay, then all depends on how long is the tunnel again, okay? Hi, Jacqueline. Welcome, Jacqueline. Yeah, so Melody is a big girl already, isn't it? Jacqueline, I hope it's the same Jacqueline that I know. Okay, so you all have tunnels, right? I'm glad to see most households have tunnel. If you don't already have one, I would encourage you to buy not 1, but 2. Okay, right. That's the thing, right? Some children dare not crawl through. Okay, that's why I put 2 tunnels here. Yeah. Oh, hi, Jacqueline. So it's you, huh? Yeah. Okay. Now, parents, you look at my tunnel here. Okay, I point to the wrong one. You see this one, right? I put 1 tunnel here that you can see through. Okay. Look for, online. These are all purchasable online. Okay. So if your child hasn't been through a tunnel, you want to, some children will go through, but I do have a certain percentage of children. Okay, actually, some even 1.5 years old, some even 2 years old. They haven't been exposed to tunnel, or they don't have enough exposure. When we bring out a tunnel, they did not go through. You know why? claustrophobic. But we want to help a child, not forcing them, but actually, you see, if a child does a lot of tunnel, right, they won't have claustrophobic in future already. Okay, but we have children who overcome that as well, and they enjoy after that. But why we want a tunnel is to measure, okay, measure the crawling distance. Okay, if you heard me, you type in measure. Okay, measure. All right. So, okay, Gary, I'm going to tackle this hyperactive. How hyperactive, and okay, parents, I'm going to comment a bit about hyperactive because I encounter many too. But with proper, okay, some of these activities that you really do, right, they are actually a natural therapy, okay, for to counter the hyperactivity as well. All right. So that is good for Gary's baby that he has no fear. That's good. Do more, do more. But make sure he creep on the knees in proper pattern, because that is actually a part of mid-brain development activity. Okay. If you feel that your child is even more hyper or active, right, give them a lot of this creeping, and not just short distance. I will encourage you to buy two if you have space, three. Okay. So one tunnel, right, it depends on the large or small tunnel. Okay, so yeah, Jolene wants to know a measure. Okay, an average tunnel, right, is about 80 centimeter to 1 meter. If you have space, you buy three to join so that your child continuously, you want to have continuous intensity. One of the key prescription in my program is intensity, parents. There must be enough intensity to get the effect, okay? So intensity, but must be balanced, right, with not overdoing. So that's why I say, sometimes I refrain from not saying too deep things. So these are generic things that I can share with you. Otherwise, really, those deeper stuff we actually do tackle one by one. Okay, so these are generic things that you can do, tunnel, which will help your child. And why is this good for? It's actually encourage creeping on the knees, creeping on the knees, and we want continuous creeping. Okay, you keep doing that, you actually can help to lessen hyperactivity. Okay, if a child then will have the hyperactive, right? You keep doing that, but of course, there's other things that you need to do to counter this. But this is one of the activities, right? That you get creeping in. Okay, it's an occupational therapy activity, that is given to other kids as well. So, but it's a natural therapy for children at home. You do this, you build respiratory system as well, and the respiratory system actually develops speech. Okay, and for our children to go through the tunnel, it actually develops midbrain. Midbrain actually is the function, right? Carries out the function of focus. It actually connects processing of information auditorily and visually. All right. So important, right, tunnel? Simple thing like that. But you need to know how much to do, how long to get. That is the key thing. Okay. So which is where I'm sharing with you. Get if you can do a 2 to 3 meters, best is 2 meters, continuous. We want that continuous activity, and in one day, not just one round, right? Okay, get a child to do it for continuous in 2 meters, right? At least 5 rounds in and out. Okay, then you need the kind of toys to entice a child, right, to go through the blinking sound and all that. Yeah, have a race with your child or something. So play, and you can do that. Okay, below the tunnel. Okay. Okay. If a child can walk, that's a good question, Jolene. If a child is walking, do you give them a tunnel? Yes. Yes. You know what? Actually, this is a very natural therapy at home that I'm teaching you all. But we don't call it therapy because we think of brain injury, right? But do you know that a child who is maybe 8 years old, 9 years old, who go for treatment for actually hyperactivity, especially, they have activities like that. Okay, and I have a mother who actually said, is in my academy. She actually has a child who's autistic, mild autism. She says, yeah, they have creeping activities all the time because creeping actually develops the power of the brain. So if a child is walking, even 2 years old, that's why we want the tunnel. Because at 2 years old, 1.5, your child will not naturally go through the tunnel already, right? So no, they will go through the tunnel because it's fun. But if you put them on the floor, they won't creep. It's so boring, right, to be creeping on the floor. So yes, the child will not creep because, like I said, it's boring. But then if you have a tunnel, you have a race, right? You put some toys inside, some balls. Yeah, they go in and catch the ball and all that, pick the balls. So that's what the tunnel is to facilitate, right? Or even an older child to continue to creep. Okay, they should keep creeping and creeping, until, because 0 to 3 years old is the most critical period of the brain to be developed. So all this activity, right, just keep doing. All that I recommend mostly are really for up to 3 years old. Okay, except maybe like the crawling on the belly. If your child can, you can encourage your child to go on belly, right, to crawl. even if they're running or walking, right, just for exercise, right, activity is also very good. Okay, because this 0 to 3 is where you develop you take all the opportunity you can to provide that, because you will find your child will be a very different child. Okay, and especially those parents who develop the vestibular with the gym ball and all that, right, you find your child walk so well. And our parents who are here, who have older children, Karina, right, you can tell the rest as well. Those parents, right, we are so glad the children actually can break the fall, by themselves. Then because the parents actually do the activities well with us in our academy, because they follow a proper system. Here, I mean, like I said, everything I share with you is still executable. Just that I want you to follow the specs that I give you, because we don't want to overdo certain thing, which is no good. But you also want to have do enough to have intensity, okay, to be efficient. So yeah, doing the tunnel one, like some mini tunnel can be just 60 centimeter. No, it has to be, okay, you add up, right, to 2 meters. If you have space, a 3 meter tunnel. All right, so your child will continuously do that. You will find that, okay, what we want is your child to develop deep breathing. After they come out, you must hear this, right? It actually grows the breathing. Okay, respiratory system development. Okay, so you can type in respiratory system. That's what we want. Okay, respiratory. Okay, breathing. All right, parents. And you want to see the last one on my list? Yes, you want the last one on my list? Hello, Kim Hong. Long time no see. Yeah, I see Haley, such a fine young lady now. Haley's balance is so good, so confident, Haley. Now, before I go to my last item, parents, I just want to tell you that next Tuesday I'm coming back, right? Okay, the topic I'm going to talk about next Tuesday, just to start to all of you, right, to let you know, is that next Tuesday, the topic I'm going to talk about is a very difficult topic for many people. Okay, hi, Kim Hong, is sleep. Okay, my title for next Tuesday is Sleep Matters. Okay, sleep matters. All right, my next Tuesday's topic is sleep matters. Okay, and I know many parents want to know how long should a child sleep. Should they be? No, I talked about co-sleeping already, right? That's a specific issue. But then now after that, actually, I have many parents who actually text me to talk about sleep for the baby in the middle of the night and so on. So I thought I want to share a few. Hi, Kim Wang. Yeah, good to have you back in here. I want to share a bit more about sleep, and not teaching you how to, put the baby to sleep and all that, because parents, the thing is that you need to know, why sleep is important. Okay, how much all of us know is important, but then from a neurological perspective, okay, I'll also be sharing some tips, right, about the food and all that to help, get the baby to have better sleep and so on. But I'm not a dietitian and all that. Really, a lot goes back to the neurological development and understanding. Oh, why is my baby waking up in the middle of the night so many times and all that? So I'm just going to explain things like that, but sleep, right? Sleep training and all that. I'm not going into that, okay? But I want to help parents to understand the root of the issue. You see, then I find that that's for you to act on it, to diagnose your baby's environment. Then you can, resolve certain matter, which I feel that's important. Okay, I want to empower the parents as well. So yes, next Tuesday I'm going to talk sleep matters. Okay, so then today I'm going to close with my last item, right? Last bonus. Okay, Karina, thank you for sharing. Your son is really impressive, I know, and he's also very good in his processing cognitively, right? So yeah, thank you for sharing, and I hope your sharing encourage the other parents too, because Karina is one of our graduate alumni parents already, and she's now having a second baby. Okay, so my last, and thank you for staying through. I'm really, so glad, parents, you are such a good learning parents. I really, honor you for that. Okay, so my last item on the list is, okay, well, I want to share this, and I need you to understand, parents, is that a lot of things that I share, right, actually are based on my research. Okay, and I want to share this last thing, is that if you have an opportunity, okay, I'm not sure, I know, because different countries, you all have different people, and that's why this whole 2 months has really motivated me to work on something online for our parents. But and some of the parents who are joining us tonight, they have children who has been through this, And I'm just going to put this as my last slide. Okay, the thing that really you want to give your child for the rest of your child, right? Their life is a good foundation. So my last bonus, embark on an early brain development program. Okay, I'm just going to tell you that some parents have approached me to talk about my program, but unfortunately, I'm not quite ready. I was working on online, but haven't gone through. So I'm serving only Singapore market at this point. And even now, Singapore market parents are asking me too. But parents, wherever you are, you have the opportunity, right? Look for one credible brain development program that you can actually embark on. And I would say it's something you, as parents, right, need to learn. And like I said, you can learn a lot from me in all my sessions and in my videos, right? But you do need have a system, okay? And things like you see, so far I refrain from sharing too deep because a lot of things is child to child. And sometimes on the public, and after tonight, I have other parents who enter to see my videos. So because I have a live interaction with you, you have advantage, right? So I can address some of your live questions. But some parents who are not, I'm very careful. I share to a point. But if I have to go deeper, right, it is hard because I do take a lot of care about how we give advice and teach our parents to do the program, which is why I'm working very hard now, okay, on an online program so that parents like yourself who may want to go on an online program, right? Okay, which is, yeah, Michelle, and which is where I'm actually working very hard to learn putting things online. And I'm just going to talk a bit about myself. Actually, only in this last 2 months that I learned how to really use the Facebook. Because in the past, I've been so busy with my research, working with my parents in the center, and parents who are here, that I wasn't very active in social media. Now they start to see me on, and I think Jacqueline was quite surprised to see me as well. And I do find that I've missed out a big part of this, and now that I'm able to teach more parents, right? In fact, my enrolled parents, right, are learning so well, on the online Zoom sessions and so on. So I said, hey, actually, I can do it too. We can do it, right, with the parents. So then I find that then I can spread a bit faster because I'm only serving very limited, and every month we limit the number of parents we take in so that we can serve them well. Because I just didn't know this online platform. But now that I am learning, yes, I'm going online more, okay? And I will be soon launching my online sessions as well. But I'm still working out, okay, the details. But meanwhile, parents, as much as you can, learn the right thing, because when you learn it right, your child definitely will grow right. And like I said, 0 to 3. And Gary, this is for you, okay? I just want to say that first thing, right? I'm not sure how in my program, I always tell parents we don't just say a child is hyperactive, but I do see also, I know what you mean by the child is just keen. Sometimes a hyperactive child, right, is a child who is very keen to learn and they're exploring. So then parents need to learn the right way, right, to help them explore the right way. The other thing is that if your child is exposed to television, you may want to type in something for me to tell me have TV or no TV. Okay, I'm addressing across again. After live, there'll be parents watching in. So I just want to share with this that parents, I've actually shared in my earlier videos that I made about the television. And I can tell you that the television, the media, YouTube, even if it's a cute cartoon, it is actually very harmful for the early brain. Okay, and I do teach that a lot in my my academy, and parents who are following us know that. And I even have parents who come back, right? I mean, who started our program, who signed our program and started. They see a huge turnaround of the child, and the first thing they did, right? Because what we teach them is how to clean up the child's environment and then put in right the good things as well. So one of the things that really that our parents learn, right, is to clean up the negative, which is the TV program. It's another talk, okay, about why the connection of the synapses when children are exposed to television. The old thinking used to think that, oh, television spoils the eyes only. It's not about the eyes, it's about the brain. Okay, so it is another platform that I will be sharing as well. But but if you were to look for some of my earlier videos, I did have one video that actually demonstrated. I mean, I drew on the board and I shared about the television. because one of the things is that television does has a negative effect on children, and we have parents who really go back, switch on the TV and so on, and adopted our program. They see a huge change in the child's, ability to pay attention, the attention span, and also the their hyperactivity and all that, right, does scale down, and yet they're still learning more and more through other ways. Okay, and because we actually teach parents how to satisfy the child other sensory requirements, you see, from the brain. See, it's all the brain that controls the movement. Okay, so yeah, learn it right and you apply it right. But one of the things that you want to remove hyperactivity, right? Yeah, tune down the TV, right? You will see there will be a vast change in that. Okay, then replace it with all the activities I tell you to do today. Okay, and I said is I'm not asking you to just buy the items, but teaching you how to use them, right? So put that in your child's everyday life, right? You will start to see your child developing, more attention, less hyperactive. Gary, could you just give me a thumbs up, or tell me yes, you got it? Yeah, and also let me know, right? About if you send me a message, right, about your child and so on. I'm happy to receive that. Otherwise, the other parents, right? I really want to thank you so much for being here with me tonight. And yeah, any questions? If you have any question, would you type it down for me? If you have questions for me, please type in your question so that I can address it before I say good night to all of you. And my son is my faithful viewer. He's always with me when I'm doing this. Although his bedtime is 9 o'clock because he's just started school. My son is in PSLE this year, so he just started going back to school. And but he should be sleeping at 9, but he just wants to sit through this with me, which I'm thankful as well. I'm doing this at this hour is because um I'm doing this at 9:30 is because our parents with young children do need to put the baby to bed. So that's why I do it at 9:30, so that your baby should be sleeping while you come and listen to me. And Gary, I just mentioned that I just asked you the question whether your child was exposed to television, and I said a bit about the attention span and so on. So yeah, do send me a message if you have. And yeah, I thank you for watching in as well, Gary. Just after that, my video will be live. We'll go towards the end, and you hear about me commenting about hyperactivity. And yeah, do send me a message, okay, if you have further question about your child's behavior. Okay, so other parents, I really want to thank you for your your faithfully coming in. And new parents too, I welcome you joining us tonight. And also my parents who are going to tune on to my live. Kim Hwa, I'm going to see, I'm for parents who are my alumni, right? I'm going to organize an alumni. We're going to move to a slightly bigger center. We're going through renovation. And yeah, we want to have an alumni gathering. Okay, so we are going to see all of you back with us as well. So yeah, okay, Gary. Yeah, do keep in touch. Next week I'll be talking about sleep matters. Okay, so I wish all of you a very good evening and good night. Okay, sweet dreams, and yeah, I will see you again. Okay, yes, Kim Hong, I been following you as well and seeing Kaylee developing so well. I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of you because you have been a very good mommy. Okay, Kim Hong. All right. So yeah, any question, do send me. You want me to address any topic, right, parents? Send me your question. I will be very happy to to prepare a session specially to talk about your topic. Okay, if there's any topic that Michelle asked me where okay, in Singapore, right? Okay, we are about 3 minutes away from Marymount MRT station. Walk, 3 minutes walk. Okay, so very nearby. Okay, so yeah, when the time comes, right, you will hear from us. Okay, now we are going through renovation time, have to stop because of this, stay home. But yeah, we'll be back to celebrate together, and we want you to be part of it as well. Okay, parents, wonderful. So I'll see you again. We'll see you for good night. Okay, this is Patricia Tan, Baby Talk, signing off. Okay, I'll see you again.